How did you catch your partner cheating on you? She said, I've been cheating on you. I figured it out pretty quickly after she said that. Came home from work early because she had complained I was spending too much time at work. My girl decides we're going to LA for my birthday. Nice place on the beach, tons of sex, fancy dinner, the works. It was awesome. Best birthday ever. On the flight home, she lends me her iPad to kill time. Message notification pops up, dating site has a new match. Yikes. Confront her when we get home and she throws a huge tantrum. Said it was an old profile that apparently never got cancelled. She's faithful as fuck. How dare I question her commitment? Asked to see her phone. Within a minute, finds a long chain of messages from Danielle. Danielle was actually Dan, whom she would occasionally go drinking with and bang when I was out of town, or co-parenting my daughter. Called Dan, confirmed he didn't know about me. She denied everything, even after it was all laid bare. Gaslit me for the entire time it took to find all the evidence. Also discovered she was a closet alcoholic and hid her smoking. She was nothing if not clever. I left her and ended up with the most amazing woman I could have ever imagined. Huge upgrade. She's honest, smart, smoking hot, heart of gold, quite easily the love of my life. We eloped to Italy and are more in love every single day. Our life together is incredible. In a way, I'm glad it happened, but I was totally fucked up for about a year and a half. I'll never get that time back, but if that's what it took to land where I'm at, then it was worth it. Lessons learned. Caught him shutting down his computer fast when I walked into the room. I was so over him by then, I suggested to him in that moment, hey, do you want to open up the relationship? He looked like a kid on Xmas and booked a flight to Thailand the next day. Dropped him off at the airport, and as he was heading through customs outbound, I told him we were over, enjoy his fuck safari and find somewhere to live when he returns. Now divorced. Prior to dating my ex, I was really cool with her cousin. One day, her cousin pulled me aside and told me that she couldn't tell me why, but I should stop dating my now ex. I battled with that for a few days, but ultimately didn't listen. About a month later, a mutual friend let it slip that she had slept with my best friend. Turns out, my whole friend group knew, but no one told me because they didn't want to hurt my feelings. I didn't really. She broke up with me to be with someone else. That hurts, but these things happen. And then I found out that she'd already been seeing him, and my friend group knew and didn't tell me. So, lost my girl and my friends. It was a long time ago too, but I've honestly never been able to trust quite the same way since. I didn't specifically catch her when it was happening, but I put two and two together after she moved out. She came to get her cats with her quote best friend, and their mannerisms toward each other laid bare what was going on while we were married. I saw him holding hands with Lynn Bauer on the playground. I tackled him and made him eat dirt, worth the detention and call home. I was 7. Lynn Bauer, that slut. When he died, his ex-wife told me she wasn't an ex. Convenient for her to wait until he died of cancer to destroy me more. Dude knocked on my door. I answered it and he said, I'm here for the gangbang. How was it? I read their text, that gut feeling. I don't even know why I had this feeling to open his chats, and particularly his chats with that one female friend. He broke up with me because he thinks checking his phone is a boundary violation. Like, excuse me, sir, what about the boundaries around loyalty and commitment? One of the women he was having an affair with reached out to tell me. Damn, at least she reached out. That's brave. Never used it, but read something in an article about how to catch a cheating spouse written by a private investigator. He said check the mileage on the car they drive. Gives it away every time. This is how I caught my ex cheating on me. She said she was driving to Virginia, but she really drove to Florida. You could drive to Richmond from where we are, participate in the Richmond 500, and still have fewer miles on the odometer than what she had. Her shit was boxed up behind the door when she came over. She finally confessed to it after I told her I wasn't going to do anything. Everything was fine, and I wasn't going to be mad. And then I pointed to the boxes. Hashtag bullet dodged. She asked me to fix her MacBook, synced all her Apple services and checked they were all working, just opening them and making sure something was there. Got to photos, and the last one was a snapshot screenshot. I don't care how loud you moaned. I was just worried about the neighbors. Besides losing a loved one, it's the most god-awful pain I've ever felt. Sadly, I still get nightmares to this day and blame myself. Somehow, I survived. He invited me over, and she was taking too long to leave. Short version, my ex was, quote, friends with an NBA player from another city, and when she was, quote, busy with her family on weekends, well, things got curious, and I watched the past games online and saw her courtside. When she denied it, I said, I can tell the outfit you were wearing because I bought it for you. Her response, I had to protect you. Even my mom said not to tell you. So her family assisted in the cheatings while she flew out to him. And the dude is a verifiable scumbag. Saved me the time and energy. Checked the call log list and found out he spoke to one specific number during certain times of the day. Also, they went back to over 2 years, and around the time, the girl would have just turned 18 or was still underage. My ex is like 9 years older than her. They are married now, and I just feel bad for her. She also wasn't the only one, but she was the daily one. Caught her in bed with her friend, Jeff, threw her house key at her, and walked out the door. Felt like a pussy for not giving him the beatdown, but he later got brain cancer and died. No loss. Figured it out pretty quickly after we had broken up, after she had hit me every time she was on a combo of meds/alcohol/whippets. She swore up and down she'd never do that again, multiple times, and I finally had enough. We tried to talk through things while I was out. She moved in with my best friend since 6th grade, about 17 years down the drain. It's okay though, she's his problem now, and hopefully they don't overdose on Fent for the sake of his kids and his parents that they live with. Fuck him. He butt-dialed my mom, kinda funny now to be honest. Her best friend's mom told me. Long phone call late at night when we were on vacation. No epiphanies, but that brought the gender stack down. I started reflecting and feeling stupid and figured out enough. Found a condom that definitely wasn't mine in my home. This is literally high school and we weren't sleeping with each other, but he broke up with me saying that this whole time he has been seeing this other girl who needs him more. Does that count as cheating? Had a few times I should have noticed. Ended up having my tonsils removed at 20 and went for an emergency surgery because my scabs came off and I was bleeding out. Woke up from surgery the next day to a text explaining how it had been going on for months, and she had went to bed the night of my surgery so she could go sleep with him. Nail in the coffin was when she told me she was inviting a girl over for Christmas. We were in a long-distance relationship. I got back from a 10-hour shift and 4-hour drive back home and called her. She picked up the phone but in her bedroom. Asked her how the Christmas shindig was going and she responded great. And then I heard a guy's voice from outside. Asked her why there was a guy in her apartment. She said she was lonely and lied for my sake. She ruined me. It's been over a year and I still have moments of sadness. Damn whore. I had my suspicions from some other signs already, but she was messaging the guy on Facebook Messenger and her iTouch was hooked up to a speaker in our apartment, so I saw the messages on there. When I went to put some music on, they were pretty damning messages. She synced all her devices, and when I was cat-sitting for her while she was out of town, her iPad under the coffee table began lighting up. Apple has ruined so many marriages for the right reasons. It had ended while I had been away for an extended period of time. It ended before I got home, then gaslighting me for multiple months. The web fell apart when we were laying in bed and a number messaged her Happy New Year that she didn't recognize. Told me to look it up. It was who I assumed it was. My 8-year-old daughter saw them behaving inappropriately at a social gathering at a neighbor's I was not at because I was sick. Mommy and Brian were being sus, so I called her home, waited outside in the dark, and when she left, he followed her, and they embraced. I'll have that image burned into my mind forever. Have you ever been cheated on? How did you find out? Let us know down below.